Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Breezyville. So, as of 12 o'clock, for me, it hit around 11. Um, the college football playoff committee has submitted their brackets for the playoffs. And me and my friend Gabby on my Sassy Sun and Bell podcast, you can go hear our problems and our complaints with college football if you would like. If this is not something you're into, or if you just don't think a girl should be talking about football, there is the door. I'm not going to stop you. That's your problem, not mine. But if you're new here, hit that like button, ring that bell for notification. Also, please subscribe. Help a girl out. If you have noticed, we have shortened the hair. It was either that or I was going back and forth for a while. But with that being said, um, college football is one of those things I'm very passionate about. Now at the college committee football playoffs, first of all, I just want to say one thing. I just want to say some things. Indiana, I have never loved you more than anything in this world right now. You knocked Ohio State from number one to number two, and I'm here for it. And the fact that, now let's move on to Alabama being in the playoffs. Am I surprised? No. But here's the thing there's been a lot of people whining about Alabama being punished for having to go play an extra game. Whereas if Alabama would have won the game, nobody would have been whining about it. In that argument, then BYU should have been there, right? Hey, I'm just saying. I don't make the rules. But Alabama, you should not be in this playoffs. I watched that game and you played like crap. Georgia beat you by 21 points. You didn't even show up for that game. What happened? But guess what? Actually, I don't care what happened. You lost. I'm happy. You got your third loss of the season, and we're going from there. Now, with that being said, why don't I start off? So, first round playoffs will be we all know it's from 12 to 5. So, whoever plays those moves on to the second round, and they play teams 4 through 1. And then whoever wins those goes to the third rounds. And of course, after who wins the third rounds goes to the national championship game. So, with that being said, let's get started. Number 12, James Madison, and number 5, Oregon. Look, here's the thing. James Madison, I'm kind of surprised you guys are in the playoffs. I figured since they were putting Alabama in, they would put BYU in instead. But no, they put James Madison in. And honestly, I'm going to go Oregon on this one. James Madison, you earned your way to the playoffs, yes, but Oregon, you're not. Oregon's just a really good school. So there, it was no doubt they would be in the playoffs automatically. Um, number 9, Alabama, and number 8, Oklahoma. Y'all already know it. Oklahoma. And while I am a firm believer that you cannot put two teams up against each other in the same season and expect the same outcome, I stand by that belief. However, it'd be a cold day in hell before you ever see me rooting for Alabama. Let's just put that out there right now. Um, number 11, Tulane. Number 6, Ole Miss. I'm going Ole Miss on that one because even though Lane Kiffin is no longer at Ole Miss, thank goodness for that one in a way. The guy's a narcissist too, but he has commitment issues. He really thought he could have his cake and eat it too. He really did. But no, he should have waited to announce he was leaving Ole Miss. But I really want to see how well. I really want to believe that Ole Miss is going to make it to the second round of the playoffs. Tulane is a smaller school, so maybe there is a chance, but I just don't see it. There's number 10 Miami and number 7 Texas A&M. Here's the thing. As much as I want to be SEC biased, as much as I do, I don't think A&M's going to make it past Miami. I really don't. Texas chokes whenever the stakes are really high. And the fact that they made it this far says a lot. I'm going Miami on this one. Um, let's move on to Oregon and number 4, Texas Tech. We're in the second rounds now. Honestly, I'm going Oregon on this one. Again, smaller schools, congratulations for making it to the playoffs. It'd be like an SMU situation, honestly, and that's what I feel like. Then let's move on to Oklahoma and number one, Indiana. As much as I love Indiana, the SEC bias in me really is going to Oklahoma on this one. Yes, I know. Um, then there is Ole Miss and Georgia. Honestly, even though it would be a rematch, Ole Miss is also going with does not have their head coach. And they have a change of coaching staff. So I do believe Ole Miss can make it past the first round, but not the second round. So I'm going Georgia on this one. And I still stand by what I say. You cannot put two teams up against each other in the same season and expect the same outcome. And that doesn't mean winning or losing. That can mean a completely you learn from what to do and you learn to move past it and start fresh. Then there's Miami and number two, Ohio State. Y'all already know this. It'd be a cold day in hell before I root for Ohio State any day. So I'm going with Miami on this one. Um, Now let's move on to the third round. So Oregon, Oklahoma, and then Georgia versus Miami. So at Oregon, Oklahoma. Okay, this is a tough one. I'm going Oregon on this one. Oklahoma is good, but they've gotten really good better. I just don't see Oklahoma making it past the third round. I really don't. Then there's Georgia and Miami. Again, my SEC bias is gonna kick in. I'm going Georgia. Hate all you want, but that's what you got. Because I'm an SEC girl at heart. Now there's Oregon leads us to a national championship. Oregon and Georgia. Mm, this is a tough one, but I'm going Georgia. It's all might be the SEC bias, but I just don't think Oregon's gonna win the national championship if they make it that far. I really don't. Don't hate me. But anyway, well that's it for my predictions. However, I do want to say something real quick. Vandy, did you really think you were making it to the playoffs? The Pavia family, I think you know why Vandy isn't making it to playoffs. And I said it before, Vandy's getting a bowl game, but not a playoff game. And that's just it. So we'll have to see the bowl games and we'll have to go from there, won't we?